This is CBT News special coverage of the 2023 NADA Show.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick from the 2023 NADA convention in Dallas, Texas. We're joined today by Todd Katcher, who's the managing partner of Digital Dealership Systems. I know you've seen this young man on our broadcast before, so Todd, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to join us.
Always a pleasure, Jim.
Yeah, I was down by your booth earlier, and man, everyone was around that booth wanting to get more information. So tell us, how's the show going?
It's been doing great. We've had a lot of people coming up to us asking about the digital dashboard and learning about the different products that we have on the fixed side and just service, lounge, everything. It's been a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the advancements in the leaderboard.
The dashboard is what we're calling it now. It's the sales leaderboard is one of the components of that. And then beyond that, we also not only have the sales leaderboard that's a replacement for a dry erase board, we've expanded that to have information on the desktop as well, a mobile application, and then we've also added different components for finance, inventory, fixed ops, BDC.
You have been busy.
We have a lot of stuff in development, a lot of stuff in our pipeline that we've developed based on customer feedback. A lot of dealers are running these reports manually or using Google Sheets to update them, and it doesn't really look good and it's not really motivating for their staff. So we're automating that process for them.
And it's much more accurate than doing something manually, right?
Well, you don't have the human errors in there, and it's updating on a regular basis. So
it's
many
real
dealers,
time.
Yeah, exactly. So many dealers are going ahead and printing out a report at the beginning of the day, sticking it on a wall or updating a Google Sheet once a day.
It's 2023, dealers. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's just that they're creatures of habit. So it's one of the things that they do best is that creatures of habit.
That's right.
You know, you walk into a dealership with the same GM for a long period of time. They've been doing the same process the whole time. So to get them to change, especially a technology like that, like this, they really do like it once they install it.
That's right. That's right. So how are dealers using the different the system differently in their stores?
Yeah, so it really depends on the store. So the one thing that we did when we created this program is that it's different modules. So if we have a store, we had a store today at the show that was spending up to 3 hours updating their board for fixed ops across their dealership groups.
Oh my God, 3 hours.
Just for fixed ops.
Wow.
And to have that information available and updated on a regular basis is a great advantage to them, not only in time and money saved, but again, as you mentioned before, in accuracy. But then you have other stores that just want to do sales, or they want their staff to have access and get notifications of deals done on their cell phone and things like that. So we have a lot of different components that they could add, as opposed to coming into a one-size-fits-all. So what we've learned over the 10 years that we've been in business is that every dealer, even though their functionality is the same as selling a car or servicing a vehicle, they all want something different. So instead of shoving a product down their throat and saying, hey, this is what we offer, we offer variety. So with the digital dashboard, we really have different components, so they can pick and choose what meets their needs.
That's great, that's great. And the nice part is that as a GM or a dealer principal, I get it right on my phone if I want, right? So they're doing that in real time, and I'm knowing whether I'm sitting at my country club or my house or on a Saturday or whatever it might be, I'm getting the real numbers right there, right?
You are,
That's huge.
And you're also able to switch from store to store, seeing how all the stores are doing. And if you had an area VP who is going to go visit multiple stores, they could, with a single sign-in, they could go from store to store. So before they walk in, they could see exactly how that store is doing.
Huge.
They get notifications at the end of the day as well on their phone of how that store performed or how their group performed at the end of every day. It's all automated, so they don't have to worry about it.
That alone, it would seem to me, for the dealers that are going by your booth, that alone would sign me up.
Yeah, it's a great benefit.
Yeah, there's no question about it. What features have you added to the system? You mentioned some of them, but since the last NADA, I mean, you guys are like hard at work. It sounds like if a dealer sits down with you, you've got that flexibility built in to say, what do you need? What do you want to touch? We can do that.
Yeah, we've really taken our interaction with dealers to the next level. And whenever we're doing presentations, we say, if there's anything missing, tell us what's missing, and then we add that into it. So if we have the data and they want to see it in a certain way, we're going to adjust our system to accommodate and have a report available. So what started off as 8 reports is now 25 reports.
Oh, wow.
Just on sales.
Oh my God.
And then we go ahead and have each individual salesperson also has their own reporting console. And then beyond that, we have the interactive features and the fixed ops, and then now we're working on inventory and BDC boards. So we're continually adding more and more stuff to the system based on customer feedback, because that's how great products are created. We don't want to create a product and tell them this is what you need. We want to ask them what they're looking for and then go ahead and create the product for them.
That's fantastic. That really is. So the company's kind of grown through the needs of the client rather than, to your point, a bunch of technologists getting together going, here's your solution, right?
Yeah, I think
we hope it works.
That's been in our foundation from the beginning. We started with a conversation that I had with a dealer, and he said, can you create this for me? And I had a conversation and said, well, what do you want? And now we've taken that for over the last 10 years, and no matter what product it is, a service status board, a lounge TV program, or wherever it is in the store, and our new sales leaderboards and dashboard program, it's like, what do you want to see in this program? Can we make it better by having your input? And the answer is always yes.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. It would seem to me if I were a dealer today, I would want all of this technology at my fingertips. I mean, time is money. You just said that you've got a dealer that's spending 3 hours
a day.
Take that individual's income, whatever it is, okay, and sure it's not a cheap person, and
right.
divide it by 3 or 40, whatever 3 hours was worth, and ask yourself, are we really doing this? I mean, this is crazy. Dealers, you're hearing us have this conversation. You've seen his products on CBT before. These are the kind of solutions we want to be bringing you, but you gotta check this out. To hear the dealers are out there still doing this blows me away.
Yeah, most of them that I talked to are saying they were using dry erase boards, and the reason why they haven't moved forward is because they either couldn't find the solution, or just because of habit of creature of nature. So it's just the idea that they've always been doing the same thing. They've always been writing down things. They've always been having that guy that does the reports for them, whatever their process is that they've been doing. And it's like something has to come and disrupt that process, and then they have to see that need to go ahead and make the next step.
That's right. One of the things that you'll hear from customers when they talk about the customer journey and the sales process and what have you is when they go into a dealership and they see it all up on glass. What everybody's doing up on, it's like, is this really 1949 or 1979? What are we doing?
That process hasn't changed, and a lot of dealers still do that. I say those dry erase boards have a lot of ghosts from sales past.
They do.
It never completely erases all the way through.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, Todd Katcher, managing partner in Digital Dealer Systems. This is a company that has really transformed the way dealers are able to capture this vital information, I should say, that right here, if I'm a dealer and a GM, I'm calling Todd so I can get everything in real time right here, as well as right up on the boards where they need to be. And it's such a fast way to do it. It's so much less stressful on the associates in your dealership, right?
100%. If you could go ahead and put the numbers in front of them, they know how they're doing, they know how they're performing, they're getting the pat on the back they want.
That's right.
It's there to track and motivate and retain the staff members, which hiring new staff and training new staff is an expensive part of running a dealership.
That's right.
So from the fixed ops to the BDC to the fixed ops area of the sales, it's all taken care of with our leaderboards.
That's a beautiful thing. I remember when we would do the boards, this is back, long time ago, and you'd break into an argument with the salesperson because they say, I thought that was a $3,000 deal. No, you only put up a $2,200 deal. Well, it really came out to a $2,200, and all of a sudden it's like, this is crazy. But to be able to get that data, put it up there in real time, and have the numbers be accurate is huge.
Yep, it updates automatically all the way down to the deal level. They can zoom in on any particular deal down to the deal level, and there's search functionality built in for that specific purpose.
I love it. I love it. Digital Dealer Systems, dealers, I don't know how much more we can do. We got to put it up for you, I guess. But thank you, Todd. Really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching our special coverage of the 2023 NADA show. CBT News, celebrating 10 years of delivering the news and content automotive professionals count on. CBT News, 10 years strong. Subscribe today.